So I want to be transparent with you. Well, not transparent. I guess just share. So I've not been able to get. So I'm sure, but I wonder. So I'm sure if you wonder, why don't I get like a payday loan in these situations, or just a regular loan, or use a credit card? So I don't have access to credit right now. At least I'm working on it. My credit score has actually apparently improved. I think right now it's 650. Apparently, the credit rating though, I've noticed some places will say 650, other places it might say 620. And I'm like, I don't know that doesn't seem to be like a number that's set, a solid set number from what I'm telling, but we'll see. But my credit went from to 650. By the way, my credit used to be at like 490, whatever. Four it was below 500 for a while. I don't still don't have credit cards, right? I think it's improved because I have a lease. Also it's improved because obviously I'm working now. And then I also have aspiration card, I think it's called, which is kind of like a secured. It's almost like a secured credit card, but it's not a credit card at all. So there's no credit. Like so, I can't borrow against my card, right? But it's one of those cards where they put the money in a. You, you basically s- put the money on your card, and then you take out. Then you get credit against the money that you have on your card, and they use the money on your card to pay the credit. Does that make sense, right? So it's not by any means a credit card. Anyway, so I did try to get like so I've tried before and it just I keep getting turned down. I thought my credit wasn't great, so I thought it had to be something related to that. I think I found out that it was related to the Bank of America account that was flagged fraudulent. But I took a fraudulent job, a job that didn't exist, and put a $5,000 check in there from the company that's apparently hired me that was supposed to be for equipment. Now, I didn't try to take the money out of the account or anything. I was waiting for the check to clear before doing anything because that check and that account was strictly for work. Um, so it turned out to be, a paycheck, obviously. So that account immediately closed down. So anyway, I'm working on that with Bank of America. We just found this out when I tried to go to Growth Financial last week. I took some time. I left on a break from work at the suggestion of my supervisor at work, who said you can go to Growth Financial and get $1,000, $500 to $1,000 loan, almost like a payday loan, but not as predatory, I guess, as payday loans. Um, but I wasn't able to do so. So I couldn't even open up a checking account with Go Financial or savings. And the guy that was working with me was like, he said it was because of that account with like Bank of America. So I am trying to fix that. I did send because luckily I had the emails, the correspondence because I found that job by the way on LinkedIn. So I had all this stuff. So I created a document, a case basically for myself. And I sent it in the mail, physical mail, USPS to the Bank of America, fraud and something PO Box here in Tampa, Alabama. So I'm working on getting that cleared. So once that gets cleared, because apparently that has been the major issue, why I have not been able to get any kind of credit, whether it's been like a store credit card, uh, regular credit card, a payday loan from anywhere, like an A's payday, um, even most of the apps that you can do payday loan on, I've not been able to get payday loan. So this is kind of a ramble, but yes, I don't. That's why I'm asking. That's why I'm having to reach out. That's kind of why I had to survive uh, via GoFundMe and asking people to help me. Because obviously I don't have access to credit of any kind. So I just wanted to share that with you. But this Bank of America thing, by the way, the account itself is only the Bank of America account. It's not negative. Well, because once again, I didn't ever try to use that money in the account. It's a $16 negative account. And he was saying that the issue is not even $16, it's just the way it was flagged. So I'm working on that in tandem with what I'm working on now with this. So getting if that would be if I can get that cleared up, then that may completely shift things for me moving forward, whenever that gets cleared up. Meaning I may finally be able to go and get like that $500, $1,000 payday loan or something, which will be a huge um obviously, yeah, those things are interesting. You can't those things in themselves should be like you know, it's a double-edged sword, as I like to say. But But then I don't have to sit here and ask people, to reach into their pockets, their personal money to help me out, where I can go get a payday loan or do a loan at Growth Financial to cover, shortages. And so that's what I'm working on. So ideally, that will be, and I'll keep you guys abreast of what's going on with that. So that's really, I just want to share that because I I'm sure people are like, what's going on? Like, why can't he ever seem to get anything his shit together? And I want you to know I'm trying to get my shit together. But right now, like I said, I still have my job. Thank God, I'm actually on my way to work in about an hour. Um, but like I said, whenever I miss work because I'm sick, because I do get sick pay, by the way, but my sick pay accrues, so it's usually like every pay period I get about 2 to 3 hours for sick pay. Generally, I end up using those almost right away. Um, so that's so when the previous week when I was sick for like 2 or 3 days, my job once again was protected, so I didn't have any issues with. I knew I was going to lose my job, but my check, I literally lost a whole paycheck. I mean, a half a paycheck because I got paid just under 40 hours total for 80-hour 2 week pay period. Um, so there you have it. And so that's why I'm kind of in the bind because I was already behind, trying to catch up. And it seems impossible because, like I said, even with a full 80 hours, once they take out the taxes, and then typically I have to like zoom myself money, um, for like Ubers and things, like sometimes to get to work on time and to make sure, and to get, bus fare for the week and stuff, and groceries and stuff. So there's usually something coming out of my check on top of the taxes and stuff, like $100, $200 sometimes. So, so even then, a full paycheck doesn't typically cover my rent. And then in the process of waiting for the next pay period, there's typically other expenses. There's electricity. I haven't paid my cell phone bill and I don't know when. So I don't have cell phone service right now because clearly I knew that wasn't a priority. Um, and and if you're wondering where does my money go, well, Uber, bus, food, student loans, um, bodies. I mean, so stuff like soap, mouthwash, uh, laundry. Um, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's it's just hard. I really I'm embarrassed. To be honest, I know my landlord is probably fed up with me, and I really wish I could be a better tenant. I'm gonna try to, if I don't get evicted, which God, I pray I don't get evicted. I pray if I get evicted, I don't want to say anything crazy, but it would be, it would be extremely, not, I don't know how I would deal with it. Because right now, this the thought of it happening a third time is something I can't comprehend. And if that were to happen, I think I would have to go somewhere. I would have to leave the country, at least. Um, yeah, because I'm trying. I don't, and I feel bad because I know that it looks like I'm probably the most irresponsible person on this planet, and it sucks. It really does. It sucks, but what can you do? And all you have is what you have. You know, and you don't even have much of that. And then on top of that, like the last time when I was supposed to be married, and to me, it's like I get it. Like all these things are so coincidental that they happen when I'm supposed to be doing something else, which adds to my irresponsibility. And by the way, I'm taking responsibility for these things. It's not that I'm not responsible for these things, but a lot of these things aren't things that I'm attempting to do or planning on doing, and some of them are totally unexpected. Like there's a $98 Walmart Plus membership charge that came on my account. Like, I recently emailed my not supervisor, landlord said, "Hey, how about $700?" Literally, like I kid you not, 2 to 3 hours later, $98 for Walmart had come out. Uh, Adobe took out 29 plus 6, which was 36. Um, those are getting refunded, by the way. Um, and I realized I had already spent like $100 some on Adobe over the course of since April. even though I'd already emailed them several times requesting cancellations, refunds, they didn't realize they were still charging me. Um, yeah, but my thing went from 700 to 500 and then 500 to 300. And it sucks because, like I said, the last thing I want to do is be homeless again. I mean, there's no way for me to convey that to anybody other than to try to make sure that doesn't happen again. But when you don't have anything what I mean, it's not like I have a savings account. I don't even have anything I could sell, like, to get some extra money. I mean, it sucks. I mean, I think my supervisor might help me out too, which is even more embarrassing, But it's just kind of like I don't want to lose my home. I mean, I've only been here 6 months, and I'm already not really doing that well. And I just don't know what I would do because I can't go stay with my parents. It's just not an option. Because they don't want me there for whatever reason. So I mean, I don't really have a lot of options to figure this out. I don't have anywhere I can go. I don't have people I can stay with. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't. I mean, I went to Ace. I went to all those places to try to figure something out, and I don't try to wait till the last minute. Like I'm usually working on it all the time, but nothing works out. And I just don't know. And I'm sick of crying. I'm sick of feeling bad because I know this shouldn't define me, by the way. I don't think this should define me. I know it shouldn't define me, regardless of whether I can or can't. I don't think it makes you anyone less of a person. But it sucks because, you know, this is what I'm going to be known as right now. A person is irresponsible, can't pay rent on time. Um, and it sucks, because I don't, it's not that I don't, I try to deal with it and he wants, and I don't have someone, I guess when he misses you don't respond right away. I really can't. When I say I can't, then sometimes I do avoid responding because it becomes overwhelming. Like all I can say trauma is trauma, and I know that's like a cop out, but it's true. Like I see something come in my inbox, and I know it's about that, and I can't because sometimes it's just like all I can do is just try to figure out how to fix the problem, like how to correct it, how to figure something out. Is all I can do sometimes, and like if I have to look at that and read it, and it's depending on what it says, I feel like it would derail me. It will keep me from even being productive, right? So that's how sometimes I operate in kind of the head down blinders, which is not good because it doesn't make good communication. But here's my thing: is I'm trying to typically when I'm in that situation and I'm head down, blinders on. It's not 'cause I'm trying to avoid my landlord or avoid responding or avoid being responsible. It's mainly because I'm trying to make miracles happen. Literally, I'm usually trying to cry my eyes. I'm trying to figure out what can I do? How can I fix this? How can I not end up in a situation again? And it's just not easy, you know. And I know I'm not the only person, by the way. I know I'm not the only person. I know this is I'm probably not even an uncommon denominator or what I'm trying to say. I'm probably like a norm. There's probably more people out there in my situation than not in my situation, which is also another reason why I think I started creating content around being homeless and obviously now around these type of things, even when I'm having to also basically panhandle it in a way, asking people to help me. Um, but also because I want other people to see, because I know there are people out there like, in my situation, and perhaps they're embarrassed, or perhaps seeing and reading something and knowing that I'm going through it may inspire them to not give up and to keep trying, and maybe they come across a solution or someone that helps them, you know. So that's all I can do right now. It really is. Sometimes, like I said, for me, especially for me, content creation, writing, these things I do, which there's some, what do you want to call it? It really came out of, it had three purposes. to help me keep some my sanity, and quite literally, because sometimes I felt like I just like I need something to keep me somewhat. It helps me to stay somewhat grounded and normal. I feel like I'm able to at least release a little bit of stress and tension through writing, through creating content. The other thing is it acts as my bad signal, I guess. Emergency. So that sometimes people will help me as self-serving as that may be. Third is allowing me to create a voice and not an advocate, not a physical advocate, but an advocate supported by a physical human being, me. Um, that can start my advocacy work in the world and advocating for homeless people, from LGBTQ plus people, um, from people struggling with just making financial needs. You know. So anyway, it's 8:04. I'm gonna wrap this up. Check my work schedule because I might have to head out the door to make sure I get to work on time because I don't have money for Uber or Lyft. I got $2 in my pocket. My thing that I'm gonna need to use to get to work on the bus. So if you read this, if I post this in time, you may see me post a lot today and over the next week. And I do apologize if it rubs you the wrong way or if it comes off wrong because it probably will come off as begging. And please forgive me for doing that. But also please be compassionate and understanding and know that it does not make me feel good to have to ask so publicly and so frequently. Um, but I value I don't want to give up yet. So I do what I have to do.